I see you sons of bitches. Now listen. As y'all coming in now, I'm back with the topic. I think it says gossip. And I want to talk about it because, again, I'm trying to use things as teaching moments. Earlier, I did have somebody come on saying about how like gossip can kill or cause something like that. I can't remember exactly. And quite frankly, to a degree, I understand and agree, right? That gossip is very low vibrational. It can be harmful. It hasn't seemed to stop the masses of humanity from participating in it. Okay. But I do agree. But here's a spin. Y'all know I'm going to have a spin, right? Because narcissistic energy uses everything to their advantage in a negative way. I invite you all to do your own research on narcissism as an actual issue, not just somebody being a little bit vain or a little bit arrogant. That's not what narcissism is truly about. Okay. We all have a degree of narcissistic ways. So when we're talking about high level toxicity, we're usually referring to malignant narcissism paired with I think they call it psychopathy, Machiavellianism, sadistic energy, legitimate real issues there, okay? So those types of individuals they twist everything and use everything to their advantage. Case in point, the topic of gossip. So there's an element of truth to all of that. But this is what I want to say on behalf of each one of you out there that's been the target. Because see, it's easy for outsiders and the narcissistic people themselves to go about saying, oh, gosh, woo-de-woo, because this is a part of the smear campaigns. This is a part of the crazy making. This is a part of what's done to make targets look unstable, okay? On behalf of every target, on behalf of the voiceless, on behalf of the differently abled community that are not able-bodied individuals that can speak for themselves and explain, hey, hello, whoever that is, hi. I can promise you this. I can guarantee that targets have attempted in every way, shape, form, or fashion to handle things in a more discreet and delicate manner. They have attempted to go directly to their parents if the parents were an issue. They attempted to, in a delicate, more discreet manner, to address the parents. Okay, they've done this over time, over years, and they got gaslit and got nowhere. Okay, so this is why I tell people, you might want to not put your 2 cents in. Okay, hey, how you doing? But see, people only see the aftermath. They only see later. But on behalf of targets, they have attempted the more gracious, graceful, private, one-on-one. They have tried those approaches to remedying conflicts and issues in a relationship, in a family dynamic, in a situation, and they got nowhere. Okay? In fact, people continue to attempt to triangulate them. People attempted to continue to gaslight them. People attempted to still hold back pertinent information, tried to downplay the experience, tried to downplay, things that happened. And so eventually, what do you tell someone to do if no one's listening? What do you tell someone to do when every time they have attempted the more, kosher approach and they got nowhere, unbeknownst to the people that's got an opinion? They got nowhere. But they have a right to express what has happened to them, what is happening to them, what people are doing to them, what people have done to them. Somebody says, that was me. I did the right things over and over again and I got nowhere. See, this is what I'm trying to say. On behalf of, like I said, on behalf of people who don't even have a voice, people like the differently able community. Okay, like my son is an adult, but he's an adult disabled. Okay, people who can't, make sense or say, but people are still doing shit to them. And their parents, start to speak up and try to go to people, and then they're crazy made. So here's what happens. Then it turns into, now, like I said, this is what narcissistic types do. Very sophisticated. They take something that's relevant. Okay, so on the topic of gossip, yes. But they just leave out the part about how they have spent majority of their living days being gossips. They're only talking about it because now they're the topic of gossip. They're only talking about it now because now their secret abuse is coming public. So now it's all about, well, these are rumors and gossip and things should be handled. Yeah, on behalf of targets, they've already been there, done that. They've already attempted to have truthful and honest conversations with people. And in abusive dynamics and situations, especially with people refusing to change or refusing to see the need to change their behavior in any way, shape, form, or fashion towards others, in situations like that, it is a waste of time. Or somebody says, I'm back, hey. It's a waste of time. So if it gets to a point and you're starting to see things publicly, it's because that person and or group have been silently taking things for years and have attempted to go to various different individuals that were involved. And got nowhere. So they said, okay, I will speak and I will be heard. They didn't want to handle this properly, legitimately. So what they have done will be publicized. As simple as that. I was verbally and emotionally abused by a family member. I ain't praying for none of their ass. Anyway. I played that game. That's all I did for years. And I'm speaking on behalf of the targeted individuals like myself that took the high ground, removed oneself from these people and situations and circumstances, but yet was still the target of these people. Took the high ground. I'll pray for them. I'm sending them love and light. I sure did. For years. While they were still doing satanic ritual abuse on me and my son. While they were still stealing from me and my son. While they were still stalking and trolling me and my son. You see, while they were wishing death and sending death, calling on Anubis and them, which was the most idiotic thing they've done. I'm sure those that are still here regrets this. To come for me and my son. So I ain't sending them shit. My intention is release. Let me tell y'all why. Here's another reason, okay? I'm gonna explain this, and it's only going to resonate for those of you out there who gets it and knows a little bit about this stuff. Some of the people that we think are our kinfolk, right? Our bloodline, right? Okay. Some of them checked out, okay? And I know this is a little out there. It's a little esoteric and it's out there. So only those of you who can catch it and get it and know what kind of stuff is really operating in this world. Okay? So some of the people that we think is our kinfolk, they're no longer. Okay? But see, this is the greatest trick of all. This is a part of how these energies are able to trap people to begin with. But they checked out. What do I mean by they checked out? They turned themselves over. Like, I don't know how to explain it. They start connecting with, dark elite groups, or they started practicing some stuff that ends up, it ends up basically getting rulership. It ends up getting rulership of their being. So this is a part of why they become something else. And you may look up and go years down the road, like, man, how did they have it in them to like just be like a killer? Like, you may, what I'm trying to say? Like, you may be like, gosh, I knew we had a fucked up family, but shit, that's fucked up to the 12th power, bitch. Like, it kind of like throws you off, because you're like, yeah, we're dysfunctional, but nobody knew that they were that damn dysfunctional. Okay? And it's because they're gone, dear. They're gone. They were gone before they physically left, for those that have physically left already. They're gone. This is why they were able to do stuff to you that makes some of you vomit, if you knew. Okay. Now, as this pertains to gossip, okay, we're going to go back to the topic of gossip. I agree. But a lot of people that try to pull that card is because, it's because they want their secrets to remain. They want their hidden dishonor to remain. They want the truth about who they really are and what they are really about and what they really participate in to remain. And how do you get people on board with you for your agenda, if that's your agenda? You pull a couple of cards. You pull a religious card and you pull a gossip card. You pull a family card, a religious card, and a gossip card. If you're trying to get people on board with your secret agenda. And that is, at all costs, you want no one to know, or they want no one to know who they are and what they've really done. They don't want anyone to know that, yes, there were several attempts to get this remedied or dealt with in a more discreet way. They don't want anyone to know that either. But on behalf of the targeted population, you do get to a point where you're not playing games anymore. You're not going to have a conversation with 1, 2, 3, 4. You do get to a place where you're like, okay, these people are too toxic. They're too slick. So either I'm going to talk to them in bulk, bitch, or we're not doing this, because what we're not finna do is play the phone game. What we're not about to do is leave room for people to do that continual triangulation, playing that ping ponging, playing this one against that one and this one against that one based on, conversations people are having individually. So we get to a place where we're like, either they're going to come to me in bulk, bitch, in groups, because it's going to be real hard. It's going to be super hard for everybody to get their lives together all in one. Yeah. See, it gets to that place. Because, see, you can't scrounge around, bitch. See, you can triangulate and play games good if you just do individuals and go whisper to this one on the phone about this one, hang up, and that one call. I talked to so and whoop-de-whoop, and then that one hang up, yeah, and I talked to so-and-so, whoop-de-whoop, and then that one to so. You see where I'm going? And it becomes 5 different. And if you're dealing with pathologicals in this dynamic, you think they're about to be straight up about this shit? Somebody says, true, they just called to get information. Yeah, it's like they're doing recon. And it comes in the guise of, hi, haven't talked. Okay, yeah, right. You've been watching you and your group. You and your posse. Okay, so ain't nobody dumb, bitch. You heard? People be thinking folks dumb. It's like, do you really think? Come on, man. Give us some credit. Like, you really think we can't put 2 and 2 together? Like, really, though? I ain't heard from you in 1,000 years, sis and shit. For real. Nosy ass. Some of us know we come from some nosy ass people. And try, you know what I'm saying? Nosy ass. And we supposed to think that they not watching us. And we know they nosy as all get up. But you supposed to believe that no, they're not watching. Yes, the hell you are. Yes, the hell you are. You and your goons. Yes, you are. Yes, the fuck, bitch. Yes. Somebody says 2023 is the year of truth being exposed. Yes, listen. So this is why I wanted to talk about gossip, because now that truth is exposed, they try to bend that whole topic because they're fighting, they're scrambling. These are people that refuse to change. They refuse. They refuse to change. They refuse to heal. They refuse to be held accountable to the things they have done to people. And so now they're trying to run and scramble and figure out any way under the sun to get people on board with them because they want their secrets kept secret. And I'm going to tell y'all something out there. If you want to test anybody, I give folks little tips all the time with ways to test the game, bitch. Because, see, there's ways to test motherfuckers. Okay? Because if they coming at you and they trying to act, reformed, they're trying to act like I seen the light. They're trying to act like they've seen the light. They're trying to act like they don't, whoop-de-woo. If they coming at you, I'm going to tell you, you can test them. Because people that are sincere, listen to me, for the queen of individuals that are sincerely trying to change from being fucked up individuals, no matter how difficult and challenging and uncomfortable it may make their ego to have to own up to something or make an amends, or because of their sincerity, they take that, they swallow it. They go, okay, hey, if you challenge them and go, hey, boom, bitch, you saying you sorry, you saying you changed, you saying you wish you didn't do that, you saying you want to make, you say, okay, whoop-de-whoop. Let's get everybody together then. Let's call them. Cause see, you're going to put them on the spot. You're not giving them room to say, well, I'll call them on my own. Yeah, they've had all their opportunities to do shit right. Go, no, let's do this. Let's finish this. Let's complete this. If everybody is talking about we're changed, we're saved, we're different, we want to, be better. We wish we never done that. We want, things to be made right in this situation for everybody that it affected, and we've learned our lessons and whoop-de-whoop. If this is true, when you challenge them, they'll be willing. If it's not true, you're going to hear them stutter. You're going to hear them stutter. You're going to hear them come up with every excuse and reason as to why they can't do that yet. You're going to hear every excuse as to why they should, because they're not truly, why am I saying this? Because they're not really, sincerely, truly interested in reform for real. They just want you to put up with them a little while longer. They just want you to believe the hype. They just want to stall you out. They just want, hopefully, to buy you for not speaking the truth that you know. But when people are sorry legitimately, not just regretful, but sincerely remorseful, they understand that, hey, this is called owning up. I may be uncomfortable. I may have to, it makes me squirm. It challenges the ego. I'm concerned I may not get my way, or this person may not forget. Like, they do still know, like, this is a part of it, dude. Otherwise, you barking about you change is a bunch of bullshit. Because you're still not willing to face those that you've targeted. So you still about it. You're just crying now because perhaps, like I said, the topic of gossip. Now, since truth is exposed, these deep, dark secrets, these things that they have worked very hard to keep under the radar. So now they're trying to convince people it's rumors and gossip. No, not always, dear. Not always. Targeted individuals that are on this kind of journey, or like I said, the differently abled community and all that stuff, people that can't really speak properly for themselves, and folks that just sincerely wanted to understand, ascending, healing, knowing that there was toxic dynamics, but trying to not just talk about dealing with it, not be going around talking about, you know what I'm saying? Everybody be talking to that fake shit. They call healing sweeping things under the rug. That's what these people call healing. Without even acknowledging that's not healing, that's called pretending. And it's disrespectful to the journey. It's disrespectful, especially to the targeted individuals, the people who suffered at the hand of people's conduct. It's disrespectful. And I get on people's case because I'm like, if I hear one more person, if I hear now one motherfucker, if I hear one motherfucker again, victim shaming people because they finally had the kahunas to speak up, they gonna wish, man, I ain't playing no more. Because they had the balls to finally say, this is how I was treated. This is how I was done. This is what they've been doing to me. This is what they've been doing to my child. This is what they've been doing to my work. This is what they've been doing to my social media. This is what they've been doing. This is what they said. This is what they did. This is what they're plotting with. People who have the balls to finally speak up. And then you get some uneducated, man, want to come and tell folks, victim shaming. So I like to challenge folks, and I say, listen, let's talk. I'm finna bring it home for you. I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna help you. If things were being done to you personally, and it was personally affecting you and your children and your work, and you knew it, and you attempted to go straight to the horse's mouth, if you will. You attempted to go to the targets. You attempted to go to, whoever it was, the mother, the father, the auntie, the brother, the this one. You attempted to have these conversations, and people, this shit, all went over their head. In some cases, worse yet, they ain't on it. And you attempted to do this, let's say for years. We're not talking about just one time. Let's say you tried to just remove your life and go away and cut the ties. And then you attempted to maybe perhaps deal with this shit at a distance and in a more private and a more discreet nature, bitch. Over the years. Over and over again. And you got nowhere. You tell me what you would do. And people were still continuing to fuck with you. They were still continuing to fuck with your children. They were still continuing to, fuck with your work, what you do, what you create. You tell me, would you still be concerned about being discreet? Yeah, ain't nobody saying nothing now. Because it's always outsiders who are not directly, somebody says, no, I will not, right? There's always outsiders that, like I said, they're not the target of anything. They're not directly affected. They're just some fucking outsiders. Chances, it's always those that having something to say, bitch. And I'm like, they need to be quiet. Because you know what? I'm going to help them understand. You don't understand? Okay, let's make this personal then. You don't understand? Let's see how you talk to me if they on your daughter or your son. Let me come talk to me. Let me see if you wants to be quiet. Let me see if you wants to just keep this on the hush status. Let me see how you gonna really act. Let me see what you're going to really say. See if you telling me it's gossip then, huh? Is it gossip then? Huh? Nah. See, we all change up the game when we're personally affected. We change up the game. We become the exception. We change up the verbiage. We change it all up when we ourselves, or what's important to us, becomes directly affected by people's abusive ways. Then we're singing another song. Then we're singing like a canary. Woo, tell bitch. You know what I'm saying? Now it's a whole nother ball game. Psychopaths and sociopathic type of people will use things that are relevant and hold and rings true to a degree to further foster their bullshit. To keep people being quiet, to keep people afraid to speak out. Because they have no care and concern about people getting no kind of healing. They just care about them getting their fucking way. They don't care about that. They'll talk that way, but they don't care about that. They just care. I'm telling you, they are survival mode livers. Okay, so they don't care. They're going to say whatever. They're afraid. Narcissistic types are afraid of their image. You guys got to do your own research. In fact, I encourage people to become more individually due diligence, because that way you don't feel like you're just taking something from yet another person, but learning how to do your own due diligence so you can know what the hell you're dealing with. These types of people, primary concern, listen to me. If a narcissist's primary concern is image, then can you see why they'll try to use the topic of gossip to try to dissipate people knowing the truth? And what's fascinating is, as they're doing this, the very people that they're doing this with and to get amnesia and forget that these very same people was once upon a time hackling hens sitting there with them gossiping. They forget about that. That it was their favorite pastime. Let's get together and talk about so-and-so. They forgot about that part, though. It wasn't when nobody said nothing about gossip then. They forgot about the part when they butted their nose in someone else's private affairs and went behind their back, whispering in people's ears. They forgot about that. Was that not considered gossip? Yeah. See, the issue is because they're exposed. And they don't want this exposure. They're trying to get tape in a hanger, old school, when we used to have wires and shit, bitch, on an antenna, bitch, on a car, bitch. You know, trying to get reception, bitch. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to tape up some shit. They're trying to hold up a faulty foundation of this disillusioned version of themselves that they have created, that they want people to continue to believe. That they're the victim of rumors and gossip. That they're these upstanding people that just, sure. Crimea River. But all of these people that they're doing this to, somebody says you're on point, they forget. Don't y'all find this fascinating that these very people be forgetting that this same person that's crying in their face, that they was a month ago, 2 months ago, 3 months ago, sitting with, talking about a whole nother somebody, like a junkyard dog. They forgot. They forgot about that sneaky behavior. Injecting their lives in somebody else's lives and their friends and going behind their back and whispering. They forgot about that. So again, before anybody out there try to form an opinion, it serves you. You don't know what lengths people have gone through to try to resolve things in a different way with individuals. You do not know. So if shit is public, it's because it's a long time coming. If shit is public, it's because these individuals don't want to change. There it is, throat chakra. They don't want to change. They don't want to be truthful. They don't want to be honest. They don't want to do things properly. They have no true interest of doing that whatsoever. So if things are spreading like wildfire publicly, is because these people are sneaky, shitty, shiesty, and shady. And they have repeatedly been doing things to people for years. And the collective targeted population has said enough, as did the ancestors. And worse yet, these individuals, not only did they do these things, they are continuing to do things. So this is why things are public now. They're still trying to cover up crimes. They're still trying to hide their illegal activity. They're still trying to hide what they stole. They're still trying to hide bribes. They're still trying to hide what they... So this is why this shit is public now. They're still hiring distorted practitioners, those that still have access to do so, and those that are themselves distorted practitioners. They still are conducting in this way. And I don't care if they are at your church. I don't care if they are the leader of the prayer group on Tuesday morning. I don't care if you are, you better wake up. This is why this stuff is public now. It's also why they attempt to shut down people like myself. This is why we're cyber stalked and trolled. This is why people keep reporting our videos, and because these people do not want truths told. So they're trying to kill people off. They're trying to silence people. They're trying to use whatever they can, family, religion, and topics like gossip or whatever they can to try to keep their torrid, dark, malicious, insidious secrets a secret. So before the next time, people be so quick to be like, whoop, yeah, whoop, I wouldn't have handled it like that. And whoop, I would have, I would have done it like that. No, you wouldn't have. No, you wouldn't have. And also, it serves to remember that same group and person you're talking about how you would have, is the same group and person that you all were hanging with, running with, jiving with, talking about other people. So all of that is a lie.